You too again. It's me again. I hope you had a good day yesterday. New day, Thursday. So we have got some maths to do together. If you haven't got your home learning book and a pencil, just pause the video now and go and grab those. Right, so we're ready. Now you're not going to need your home learning book just yet, so you can just pop that down. We've got a starter again this morning to do with money, sort of, just to get us thinking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a calculation, but I actually don't want you to work out the answer. One of the things that we really want to learn and to get better and better at is number sense. Looking at numbers and thinking, hold on a minute, there's something not quite right there. So I'm going to show you a calculation and I'm going to show you 3 answers. And actually what I want you to spot is I want you to spot the answers that there's no way could be right. There's something odd about them, okay? And so that you're using your number sense. Hold on a minute, that answer can't be right because of this. And the reason we do this is when we do calculations, when we work out problems or just straightforward calculations, rather than just going, right, I've done that one, straight on to the next one, it's always good just to pause, look at the answer and think, okay, does that look sensible? Let's use my number sense. Does that look sensible? Yeah, that's a sensible answer. Okay, let's carry on. So I'm going to model it for you first of all. My calculation is this, 75 pence plus 32 pence. It doesn't matter that it's pence, okay? It could be 35 centimetres, 35 elephants, and pence, it's just money, but we know we're just adding those numbers together in the normal way. So I'm not going to work out the answer. 108. Well, actually, hold on a minute. I know 108 pence can be right because 5 pence plus 2 pence is 7. So I know the ones digit should be 7. So that does not make sense. Okay, see what I'm doing? Okay, so I'm adding 75 and 32. Oh, do you know what? 97 pence doesn't look right either because I know that 7 and 3 make 10. So 70 plus 30 make 100. Okay, 7 tens and 3 tens make 10 tens, 100. So I know my answer has to be more than 100. So that doesn't make sense either. Okay, quick look at this one, the last one, which is going to be the correct one. I'll let you know that, so you don't need to work it out. Does that look sensible? So I know 1730 gives me 100, so it's over 100, and the ones looks right. Okay, that looks sensible. Now it's your turn. So I'm going to show you a calculation. I want you to have a little look at it. Then I want you to look at the first answer. Consider it, is it sensible? There's something wrong with it. What is it that's wrong with it? What isn't sensible? The second answer, do the same. And then the third answer will be the correct answer, but just check it over as well. So your calculation is 39 pence plus 52 pence. Let's have a little look at that. Okay, so I'm going to get you to pause the video so you can have a little bit of thinking time. You do that now. Okay, did you have a little bit of think? Did you spot something that wasn't right with the first answer and something that wasn't right with the second answer? Okay, let me share with you what I saw. There's a couple of things wrong. So in this first answer, 90, well, again, I'm looking at these ones and it's 9 ones and 2 ones. Well, I know that 9 and 1 makes 10, so 9 and 2 makes 11. So I should have a 1 in the ones column, so that's not right. Okay. 81 pence. Okay, my 1 looks right because I know 9 and 2 make 11, so I am going to have the 1 there. But actually, hold on a second. 5 and 3, that looks right. But actually, I know I'm going to make an extra 10 here because I'm going over the 10. I need to regroup. 9 plus 2 gives me 11, so I'm going to end up with an extra 10, so that's not right either. So let's just check this last one. So I've got 5 and 3, that gives me 8. And then the 9 and the 2 gives me 11. So that's in my extra 10, that gives me 1991. Yeah, I'm happy with that. There's a really good thing to do. So anytime you're doing any calculations, if you're doing some extra practicing at home, just always pause. Once you've finished a calculation, pause, look at the answer, think, does that look sensible? Okay, do the ones look right? You know, if you've added something with 7 and 1, we're not going to end up with 3, are you? Okay, so just it's a really good skill to have a little bit of number sense, looking at those numbers and considering if they're sensible. Okay, so let's go on to our main part of our lesson. So we are carrying on Our last lesson this week to do with turns. Now, can you remember the two different things that we describe when we're talking about turns? Have a think. Okay, did you remember them? So, direction. Call out the two directions that there are. Clockwise. Go around the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And anti-clockwise. 11, 10, 9. And then the second part, the type of turn it is. So whether it's a quarter turn, do it with me. Do a half turn from there. Do a 3/4 turn from there. 1/4, 2/4. Ooh, sorry, 3/4. Or a full turn, all 4/4. Okay, so we're going to carry on practicing these two skills. Just a little reminder of our vocabulary that we're going to need. Read it out. Number 1, clockwise, anti-clockwise, quarter turn, half turn, 3/4 turn, and full turn. How many quarters is a full turn? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Well done. Okay. Just a little reminder again that it doesn't matter where we start. So quarter turn. Oops, daisy. Quarter turn could look like this. Could look like this because it could start from here and go round. It could start from here and go round. It could go around that way. Our quarter turns or half turns or 3/4 turns, they can start in different positions. Okay, right. So I have got 2 little mini problems for you to look at first. So number 1, I'm going to work with you. Now we have got a car here and it has made a turn. Now you haven't got a direction arrow here. So we don't know which direction it's turned in. So what we actually need to do for this one is we need to work out the 2 possible turns that could have been made. Okay, I'm going to show you what I mean. So this car here, at the minute it's facing this way. Now it's ended up facing this way. What turn did it make? What could it have done? Okay, so it's facing this way. You want to pause and just work it out yourself. Pause the video. Okay, so it's gone from here to here. So it could have gone that way. It could also have gone that way. Okay, because we haven't been told the direction. So it could have gone clockwise, or it could have gone anti-clockwise. Yeah, do you understand that? Okay, and the turn, this one's quite simple. What kind of turn was it? Both ways, actually. Do it here to here. What turn's that? It's a half turn. Well done. So from here, if it gone anti-clockwise, it's still a half turn because it's facing the opposite way. So I show you with the clock. So with the car. It's gone from here to here, a half turn. Okay, but it could also have gone from here, could have gone the other way to here. Another half turn, but that time anti-clockwise. So if I was writing down the 2 possible turns, I know that it could have gone either a half turn clockwise or a half turn anti-clockwise. Okay, so this is what we're going to be thinking about today. We're going to be thinking about, if we don't know the direction, what are the 2 possibilities in terms of the turns? Okay, now it's your turn. So if you want to get out your home learning book, please. Okay, so you have got a person there. Now, this person in the first picture, he's facing this way. And then he turns. And once he's turned, he's facing this way. Now, how has he got from there, facing that way, to there, facing that way? And I want two possibilities. Pause the video, write them down in your home working book, in your home learning book, sorry. Your words are at the side that you need. Off you go. Okay, did you work it out? So he is facing this way. Now, which way could he have turned? Let's go clockwise first of all. Okay, so we know the clock goes this way, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the way the hands go. So if he was pointing this way and he ends up this way, he would have to go 1/4 turn, 2/4 of a turn, half turn, 3/4 turn. So you see where he went? He went from here, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4 turn, clockwise. So, okay, did you get that one? And what about the other one? Did you get the second possibility, which if he'd gone the other direction, so if he had gone anti-clockwise, what turn would he have made? So if he was going anti-clockwise, so going that way. If you haven't worked that second possibility out, just pause the video and work it out now. Okay, ready? From here to here. Well, that's a 1/4 turn. Well done. Okay, so he turned a 1/4 turn anti-clockwise. So two possibilities. Okay, so can you see what we're doing today? So your main bit of your learning that's coming up next. So we have got a turning circle, and at each point of the 4 quarters, we have got a coloured star. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you how to get from one coloured star to another coloured star, but I want both possibilities. I'm not going to tell you direction. I want you to tell me if they went clockwise, what would the turn be? If they went anti-clockwise, what would the turn be? So for example, let me show you what I mean. If we were going, this is a nice easy one because it's the one I'm modelling to you. If I was going from the blue star and then I turned and I ended up back at the blue star, now that's obvious in terms of the turn, isn't it? What turn am I doing? Yeah, I'm doing a whole turn. Well done. A whole turn is the same as how many quarters? Yep, it's the same as 4 quarters. Fantastic. So this is very simple. He could have either done a whole turn clockwise or a whole turn anti-clockwise. Okay, because he would have started the blue star pointing this way. He could have either gone clockwise, a whole turn to end back up at the blue star, or he could have started at the blue star and gone anti-clockwise, a full turn. Whole turn, full turn, 4 quarters, all mean the same thing. Okay, that was an easy one because it was my one to demonstrate what you're writing. So hopefully, again, you understand we haven't changed what we're doing. You've got to work out if you're going clockwise, how do you get from one place to another? If you're going anti-clockwise, how do you get from one place to another? What turn? Identify the turn. So you need your home learning book. This is your independent practice for today. There are 3 instructions, 3 places you need to get from and to. Number 1, you need to work out the 2 different ways of getting from the yellow star to the red star. So if I went clockwise, what would it be? If it went anti-clockwise, what would the instruction be? That's a nice easy one to start with. Number 2, how are you going to get from the red star to the blue star? If you go anti-clockwise, what turn would you need? If you go clockwise, what turn would you need? And the third one, how are you going to get from the white star to the yellow star? How are you going to get there if you go clockwise? How are you going to get there if you go anti-clockwise? Let's just remind ourselves which way is clockwise. Go Go around the circle, my little circle that I'm in. Going this way. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going round the clock. What about anti-clockwise? What if I start here? Which way is anti-clockwise? That's a 6, isn't it? 5, 4, 3, anti-clockwise. Well done. Okay, so I'm going to get you to write number 1, yellow star to red star, and then underneath write the 2 different ways you can get there. Number 2, write down red star to blue star, write down the 2 different ways of getting there, and then do the same with number 3. Pause the video until you have finished it. How did you get on? Okay, fantastic. Nice and quickly, let's whiz through the answers. So yellow star to red star. Got my pencil. I forgot to say that to you. If you find this tricky, it might just be worth going back, just checking your answers if you want to, just with your pencil. So yellow star to red star, I'm going this way, there. Okay, that's my clockwise. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. I'm going with the clock. What kind of turn was that? And if I go anti-clockwise, I'm going the opposite way. There's my 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, sorry, I should have said to use your pencil again. Okay, you've got it. So, half turn clockwise, half turn anti-clockwise. Well done. That was a nice one to start with, wasn't it? Right, our 2 others. How did we get from the red star to the blue star? So, we could have gone clockwise. So clockwise, 3, 4, 5, 6, going this way. So red to blue. Here's the red. 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarter turn. Okay, 3 quarter turn clockwise. Or if I was going anti-clockwise, remember the opposite way, I'm going to go from here to here. So that is a 1 quarter turn. So check it off. Tick it if you have it written down correctly. 1 quarter turn anti-clockwise. 3 quarter turn clockwise. And then the very last one, just coming off the end of the page there. White star to yellow star. So from here to here, if we're going clockwise, number 6, 7, 8, 9. Clockwise, that was 1 quarter. If we're going anti-clockwise, backwards, round the wrong way of the clock, we're going from 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters. So check it off. 1 quarter turn clockwise, 3 quarters turn anti-clockwise. Okay, how did you get on? Yeah, well done. Okay, now if you're finding it tricky, don't worry. Remember, this is our new learning for this week. Again, like I said at the end of yesterday's video, I would just get up and practice it. Or put your pencil on your table and go quarter turn anti-clockwise, half turn clockwise, and start to do it yourself. Now, if you're finding that you're starting to get this quite well and you want to challenge yourself, I'm going to get you to find something like a water bottle, something with a round face. Draw around it in your home learning book so you get a clock face. You can put the little, the 12 different spaces around the clock for the 5 minutes. And then try and work out where a quarter turn would be if you started in different places. Because so far we've been starting at here, 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 or here, in those 4 quarters. What about if you started, let me grab the correct thing. What about if you started here? Where would you end up if you did a quarter turn clockwise, let's say? So you could write down underneath quarter turn clockwise. See if you can work it out. I wonder how many minutes that would be. That's a good challenge to think about as well. Go back to our clock. We know how many minutes are in an hour. 60. So a quarter of that. We're finding quarters a really good way of us halving it and halving it again. So half of 60 is 30. Half of 30 is 15. So 15 minutes would be a quarter of an hour. Might that help you? Maybe underneath this one. Again, this is just a challenge if you want to do a little bit of extra work. Let's say underneath this one, I might write a quarter turn anti-clockwise, but I'm not going to start on one of the 4 normal points. I'm going to start right there. I start there. I'm going to go anti-clockwise for a quarter turn. And then this last one, I might start somewhere like there. And I want to try and work out where a 3/4 turn is from there. So that's what you could do if you want to challenge yourself, do a little bit more. Think about starting in different places around the clock. You don't have to do it in your home learning book. You could, maybe if you've got an actual clock with a clock face, get a pencil, work it out on the clock, and start to explore how many minutes would be a quarter turn. What does that look like from different places? Okay, right. Have a good rest of day. Keep it up with home learning. Well done in today's lesson. And we will see you again soon. Bye.